If you plan to sell at other retailers besides Amazon, Smashwords is a smart place to upload to next. They're a distributor and they distribute to a lot of retail partners. Draft to Digital is also a smart place to upload. They're a distributor too, but their distribution list is a lot smaller than Smashwords, so I'll cover them next. Remember we mentioned earlier that Smashwords has a style guide. It's a really comprehensive formatting guide that gives you all kinds of answers to all kinds of questions. And it's a free download, and you can get it here in any format. Smashwords prefers uploads in Microsoft Word Doc, not DocX. If you have your document saved in DocX format, you'll want to save it as Word Doc, the older version. They also accept EPUBs, but if you do upload an EPUB, you need to include your cover image in your interior file document. And we'll go over making both of those. There are a few differences that your Smashwords document will have. One is it needs to have Smashwords Edition on the copyright page. Another is it's smart to use a universal table of contents that's typically going to convert better for all the major retailers. Also, make sure that you delete all of your hidden bookmarks, and we'll go over that here. This is the document we formatted for Amazon Kindle, and the first thing that you want to do is save this as a Smashword version so you don't ruin your Kindle version. So use the Save As feature and then just name this Smashwords version. And then instead of saving it as a Word document, choose an older version of Word like 97 to 2003 so that it's going to be a doc without the X at the end in the file format name. Let's turn on the Show Hide feature. Then here in the copyright page, we need a Smashwords edition. So you can just type the word Smashwords edition. Okay, that's good. Now we also want to change the table of contents. This is the Amazon method that we did with the References tab, and we inserted a table of contents. We're actually going to delete all of this, and then you want to type in the exact wording for all of the locations that you want the table of contents to go to. I'm just going to paste it because I've copied it. Now the lettering here needs to be exactly the same as the location it goes to. This has to do with something called an NCX file, and a lot of authors struggle with this. The main thing that you need to know is this link here, if it's going to say about the author, it needs to say that exact same phrasing at the location it goes to. But first I need to go to those locations and create a bookmark and a hyperlink. And let's do the acknowledgments first. So we'll go to acknowledgments. I'll put a bookmark here for acknowledgments. Insert bookmark. I'm going to type in acknowledgments and add. And I'm actually just going to copy this. Control C. And I'll actually paste it here just to make sure I've typed it exactly correctly. Paste. And then we will add a hyperlink to place in this document. We'll choose the bookmark, acknowledgments, OK. And if you need a refresher on how to do this, just go back to the formatting section for table of contents. I'm going to do the rest of them now. Okay, these are all active hyperlinks now using bookmarks and the hyperlink method. So now that if you did control click, it will go to that location, and that will work for all of them. Now it's also important to get rid of our hidden bookmarks. You can just put your cursor somewhere else if you want, and then go to the bookmark thing, and you want to check and uncheck this to make sure that you have these hidden bookmarks listed. We actually need to delete all of these, especially the ones that begin with HLT. Microsoft Word has an annoying habit of adding these things, and anytime you open your document and mess with it, you really need to check to make sure that these aren't there. If they are there, one at a time, just delete them. And it can take quite a while, so I'll put you on hold while I do the rest. Okay, now all of those hidden bookmarks are deleted, and you can always double check by unchecking that and rechecking it. I'll close this. Another thing that happens sometimes if you save Word doc X as doc is an additional paragraph return will appear. So you may need to go through your document at all of your page breaks, and you may want to delete that extra space. Whoops, I want to give that a heading 1 setting again. And otherwise, you can leave it. It might just be fine, but you might want to give it a thorough check through your entire document just to see if you need to make those changes. And then when you're finished, just go ahead and save it, and you can upload this Microsoft Word document to Smashwords. But let's also make a version for EPUB. And unfortunately, that EPUB version needs to be made with Microsoft Word docx. So you'll also need a docx version of this if you want to make an EPUB. And so we can save this as docx just by going to Microsoft Word document. And I might even make a little notation like for EPUB, just so that I know what this is for, because otherwise this can get very confusing. And now we can open Calibre and add a cover image to that document, and then you'll have an option. You can either use the Microsoft Word doc or the EPUB. Here we are in Calibre, and remember this older version that we uploaded is actually the Amazon version, so you don't want to be confused with this. Just click the Add Books link, and then here's the one that we want, the formatting example Smashwords for EPUB. It says we already have a same title like that and wants to make sure that you want to upload it, and that's okay. Now we need to edit the metadata because we need to add a cover to it. And right now it's got our About the Author image as a cover, so we're going to remove that, and we'll browse for a cover image. And we'll just use this one. And then again, you may want to change your name as the publisher, and you may want to add tags and all of that good stuff, and then click OK when done. And then the Convert Books tab, Output Format EPUB, click OK, and when it's done it will show the format EPUB exists. Remember that you can view the book, you can edit the book. If you need a refresher on that, just go back to the Calibre chapter that we did. Otherwise, you can just save this on your desktop or something to make it easy for uploading to Smashwords. I would click the Save button, choose your destination, and save it. And this is the one that we actually just made. We could rename this so we know that it's for Smashwords. Great. And now we've got two different documents that we can upload to Smashwords. So let's work on that next.